And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. I am your host, MegaShadowFist. I suck at video games, I suck at commentary. And when we last left off, I was confused with the previous thing. I was trying to figure out what I needed to present. So I took a leap of faith and presented the bullet because, like, none of it really made sense to me. I don't see how this proves that he had to have turned around and fired, but, like, it was the only thing that was relevant, I thought, so that's why I presented it. So anyway, let's go and continue. The .38 caliber bullet found on the floor of the scene didn't hit the oxygen tank. It hit Director Cosmos' metal. If we have that ricochet mark on the metal analyzed, I'm sure the caliber will match up. And if that mark proves to be from a .38 caliber bullet, it will prove that you're the third person we've been looking for.
Grrrr! The bridge is destroyed, losing altitude, all hands abandon ship!
If that's true, then what about the bullet that hit the oxygen tank? It was the .10 caliber bullet. In other words, it was the bullet fired by Yuri Cosmos. Isn't that right, Director?
No! You've got it all wrong! What? The engines have started again. It's a miracle! I'm not going down yet!
Hat 1, miracle? Witness! Stop this at once and confess the truth! If you don't want the history books to say that a great man was a great liar, then accept your fate and tell the truth!
Are you giving me orders? Me, the great director of the Cosmos Space Center! Grrrr! But the cosmos revolves around me! Ah! Someone get me off there!
Off this thing. Order! Order in the court! And will someone please stop the witness from spinning? Thank goodness we were able to stop him from spinning off the face of the earth. While he was twirling, I took the liberty of running an analysis on the mark on the metal. It was made by a .38 caliber bullet, matching it with the size of Detective Arm's firearm.
Grrrr!
Are you ready to confess the truth, witness?
No, you've got it all wrong. This is just a misunderstanding.
Is it going to start piling on more lies? It looks like it. But no matter how many lies he tells, I'll just expose them one by one. I'll make that big liar tell the truth. To be continued. Is that the end of it? Save game, yes please. Over slot 2 it looks like. And then we're going to start episode 5, probably. Maybe? Nope, it's still episode 4. Director Cosmos, a new possibility has been presented by the evidence, by the defense. They are claiming that you were this third person.
Ah! Forgive me. I'm so sorry.
So the great pioneer of space development is revealed to be just another fabulous core. I only have one question for the likes of you. Shall I send you off quickly or very quickly?
Ah!
The evidence doesn't lie, Director Cosmos, so don't try to talk your way out of this.
Fine, I'll tell the truth. It's all just as you say, Mr. Wright. It's true that I was in the boarding lounge. I got there before Detective Farm, and when she arrived, she fired warning shots at me. I was afraid people would mistake me for the killer, so I escaped to the control room. I then went past the elevators and all the way around to the boarding lounge again. I came up behind Detective Farm, pretending to be the second on the scene.
What a troublesome old man you are, with such convoluted deeds and thoughts. I see. So then, are you still insisting that you did not kill the victim?
Of course I am. When I arrived at the lounge alone, I saw the true killer, the great Yuri Cosmos, was a history-making witness.
Were you now? I actually kind of doubt that, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. We'll bear that hatch. I don't know the phrases. Now hold on just 1 minute. We just proved a few minutes ago that the third person that Mr. Starbuck and Miss Aura Blackwell saw was you.
No, it wasn't me. I saw a person as well. If I were the killer, why would I want to cover for Starbuck? I would just wait for him to take the fall.
That is an excellent point.
All I want to do is protect Starbuck. I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person.
Well, it makes some sense if we told these lies to cover for Mr. Starbuck. Still, a lie's a lie, Athena. So Director Cosmos claims he's not the culprit, but where's the proof?
I just remembered. I have an alibi. Miss Blackwell said that she saw the killer at 10 a.m., correct?
Yes, and?
Well, I was on the 4th floor helping with the evacuation effort. Ask any member of the staff you like. They'll corroborate with me.
The director is not fibbing to the court for once. I confirm that he has an alibi for the time specified. So, you're claiming that Miss Blackwell saw the killer commit the crime first at 10 a.m. and that you arrived at the lounge after that?
Yes, and I believe the person I saw is the same person Miss Blackwell saw. Although, it was pitch black, so it was more of a shadowy figure, less of a person. And I couldn't actually see their face, but it was definitely the silhouette of an Earthling.
As long as he has an alibi, we can't very well claim Director Cosmos was the killer. No, we can't. Then again, maybe we don't need to yet. I wonder if he was really covering for Mr. Starbuck. Your Honor, the defense moves to have the director testify about the person he saw. Very well. Director Cosmos, your testimony, please. Witness testimony. What I really witnessed. What I really witnessed. No, this isn't what he really witnessed. This is what he really witnessed. You know, ladies and gentlemen?
As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer decided to fire a gun at me. I had to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, they had vanished into thin air. I was near the elevator side door and, well, the launchpad 1 door. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer.
So you were shot at by the killer as well, and then they disappeared?
Yes, though luckily no harm came to my glorious body. Unfortunately, the bullet hit Terran's oxygen tank. I know because I heard a pang. That must have been the sound of the tank being ruptured.
Wait, but I thought the bullet hit his metal. She did fire 2 shots, remember? That was Detective Arm's bullet, remember? And, yeah. I mean, there's that too. Right, it was his bullet. Okay, I'm done. Yeah. Right! What a mess this is turning into. So let's see. Director Cosmos has claimed that when he found Mr. Terran and his killer, the culprit shot a 10 caliber bullet at him. Right, but it actually hit Mr. Terran's oxygen tank and ruptured it. And then the killer disappeared and the director went into the boarding lounge. When Detective Arm caught up and fired those warning shots at him, judging by his medal, it looks like one of them almost took him out, too. Good summary, but that doesn't explain where our mystery killer went. Director Cosmos, I was wondering if you would elaborate on what the figure disappeared. On how?
I'm ashamed to admit I tried to hide myself when I was shot at, but when I peeked back in the lounge, the real killer was gone. I rushed into the lounge straight away to investigate, but what I found was Terran with a knife in his chest and Starbuck out cold on the floor.
So we have a culprit who vanished from a scene that had no escape route.
Vanished without a trace. It's truly like one of the great mysteries of the cosmos.
Alright, so... Okay, well, I mean, we've gone over this before in Danganronpa, right? When there's a locked room murder, and there's someone got murdered, and there's no way of escape. Obviously, the locked room murder. There are 4 possibilities. One of which is that the person was already in the room, which I don't think so. I'm going to go off of... I forgot which number it was, but I'm going to go off of the one where the person assumed that they were, like, they weren't in the room, but they pretended like they were a normal person and then went in and did the murdering. In which case, that'd be Detective Arm, wouldn't it?
Vanished without a trace. It's truly like one of the great mysteries of the cosmos.
Silence.
A video of the ages, indeed. But I'd rather know. How a thieving leech such as you can be lauded is great.
A great man is always misunderstood in his own time, but he must remain true to himself, even if those around him don't understand.
Wow, that might be the first true statement he said all day. But how do you suppose this person managed to vanish so suddenly? Simple, because it was Spaceboy himself. When he was spotted by the director and Aura, he quickly feigned unconsciousness. That would certainly take all the mystery out of the idea of a vanishing culprit. Wait, no, hold on. That couldn't be Detective... No, Detective Arm Gap... No, she fired, he disappeared, and then... What? I want to raise an objection, but I don't have any counter evidence. Director Cosmos, when you saw this person, did you also see Mr. Starbuck on the floor?
No, because it was as dark as a black hole in there. I didn't see Starbuck until the other person vanished and I entered the room.
That wasn't exactly helpful. I'm prepared to accept your surrender, Wright Dono. I can't find any holes in this testimony, but I can't give up. Mr. Wright, why don't you let me help? Huh? Some, analytical psychology? While the director was giving his testimony, I detected a cacophony of discord. Which means he's hiding his true feelings from us, huh? This just might help us find out what happened to our vanished killer. That'd be great, Athena. Let's see what you can do with him. You got it, boss! I wouldn't want to miss this chance to delve into a great mind! Yuri Cosmos, prepare to hand over the secrets of your heart to me! Hello! Alright, so let's see what we got here. As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. Mad, surprised, like sad, scared, yeah, makes sense. I had to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, they had vanished into thin air. I was near the elevator side door. And well, the launch pad 1 door. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer. I do wonder about this filling, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to be afraid of the launch pad door.
The great Yuri Cosmos, afraid? And what basis do you have for that outlandish accusation?
Whether I have any basis or not, you seem quite distressed by it.
I'm certainly not.
Director Cosmos, there's something about the launchpad door you're not telling us, isn't there? Wow, he's speechless! It looks like you hit the nail on the head, boss! It's working, boss! One more punch and it'll be a knockout! There seems to be one more emotion that's at out with his testimony. Go get him! Okay, back in the Matrix it is. Time to pinpoint our way to victory. Alright. As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. I had to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, they had vanished into thin air. No emotion. I was near the elevator side door. And well, the launchpad 1 door, which we already looked at. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer. So what I'm actually curious about, okay, is he disappeared, but he's not like surprised or like fearful, like he's not surprised. You must have thought it was very strange that the killer vanished into thin air.
I did. That kind of thing just doesn't happen usually.
And yet, at that time, you barely registered any shock at the occurrence.
What? Why are you... Urgh!
I can only think of one reason as to why you weren't surprised by the killer's vanishing act. You must have had a good idea of where they went, isn't that right?
What? No, of course not. That's preposterous. Only I can enter the control room. And the area beyond the launchpad door is full of smoke, making it impassable, as far for the southern door. I was standing right there. So there's nowhere for the killer to run to.
Maybe. Or maybe not. You went into the room to check on Mr. Starbuck and Mr. Taryn, yes? What if the culprit took the opportunity to silently slip out through the southern door?
I hardly doubt it. As you recall, right after I entered the lounge, Detective Arm came rushing towards herself via the southern hallway.
Did she now?
Anyone trying to escape through there would have been caught by her.
And yet, the director wasn't surprised the killer vanished. So you're absolutely sure there was no escape route for the culprit to use? I'll just input those 2 pieces of data and... Yes, just what I wanted to see. Noise level reduced to 70. Presto changeo! Less Discord! It looks like we're on the right track. Thanks, Athena. Now to make sense of what we've learned. Director Cosmos wasn't surprised that the culprit suddenly vanished from the lounge, which points to the possibility that he knew where the killer had escaped to. Furthermore, talking about the door to the launchpad made him uneasy. In other words, he's probably hiding something about the launchpad 1 door. When we put these 2 pieces together, only one solution to this puzzle comes to mind. Director Cosmos, did the real killer escape through here? So let's look at this all again. Director Cosmos wasn't surprised the culprit suddenly vanished from the lounge. I mean, hiding something about the lounge... it's the only thing that, like, he was afraid of it. No, just present it. The culprit went through the launchpad 1 door to escape, didn't they?
Yes. I mean, no. Disaster to starboard! We're going to crash into an asteroid!
A master tactician, you are not. But the area beyond that door is filled with smoke, wasn't it? True, but this is still the only logical answer there is. If we can just figure out what the director is hiding with the launchpad 1 door, we should be able to iron out the logical inconsistencies.
That door requires fingerprint recognition. Only Starbuck, Taryn, and I have access.
Let me check something real quick. Equipped with backup power. Yeah, that is true.
I don't see how the killer could have opened that security lock, do you?
That's an easy one. The killer was right there in the boarding lounge, meaning there's a way he could have easily gotten past that security lock. Come to think of it, we did examine the prints in the fingerprint recognition device. I propose that the killer used this person's fingerprints to get past the security lock. Solomon Starbuck, of course. That's... Mr. Starbuck was lying unconscious there in the boarding lounge. Anybody could have easily gotten past the security lock by using Mr. Starbuck's prints. And actually, Mr. Starbuck's prints are exactly what we found on the device's screen.
Ah!
It looks like he does have something to hide about the launchpad 1 door. And I'm betting it's got something to do with the culprit's escape route. But I don't have enough information to see the whole picture yet. You know, something just occurred to me. Would you like to hear it? Huh? Oh yes, by all means. There's a security camera in boarding lounge 1. Right, the one that recorded the victim and the defendant. What about it, Your Honor? If the true culprit escaped into the Launchpad 1 corridor, then that might be recording the security footage as well. Then the mystery would be solved. What do you think of my logic? I hope you didn't strain your faculties too much for that, your boldness. I beg your pardon? Look, if we play the security footage beyond this point... Oh my! The footage cuts off! The camera's running on backup pad, but apparently the power cables were damaged. I'll pause you guys in the next episode.